to $2,500 for draw and instant games. The General Store on 24 in Lewis.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, Jess, a lot of stuff going on in the news. What you got?
All right, so with the U.S. about to pass 1 million deaths from COVID-19, President Biden ordered the flags to be flown at half-staff at government buildings starting yesterday until sunset on Monday. Biden said in a statement, as a nation, we must not grow numb to such sorrow. To heal, we must remember. We must remain vigilant against this pandemic and do everything we can to save as many lives as possible. Different COVID trackers give different death totals, but all are close to 1 million. When the U.S. reached 500,000 COVID deaths in February of 2020, Biden held a moment of silence and a candle lighting ceremony at the White House. A feel-good story for you. Jennifer Fernancio, a Rhode Island waitress who works at the Big Cheese and Pub in Cranston, was having a terrible morning recently until a pair of customers left her an extremely generous tip. $810 to be exact.
Wow.
The bill was only $48.17. Jennifer didn't get the couple's name, but the restaurant saluted them in a Facebook post, hoping that they will come forward. To the gentleman and his wife who left this generous tip, I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot, she said. The money is very much appreciated. It helps out no matter what. However, the kindness behind it and making my day from going a little hectic to that kind of tip made me smile for the rest of the day. The Facebook post also says, angels wander among us, and for that, we are grateful.
You've been...
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, you've been in like the food industry
Wow.
before, hospitality industry.
And I've received, generous tips before.
I was going to say, like, what's the most, like, outrageous, like, crazy generous tip you've seen someone receive or you receive yourself?
Gosh. I remember a $200 tip. I remember another time I was just helping out at a banquet. It wasn't even, like, I was just helping.
Right.
And the host just started handing out hundreds to everybody who was working the floor.
Wow.
Yeah. Crisp $100 bills.
And then you said, here, let me get you another drink. Let me top you
I
off.
was like, wow, okay.
All right.
But that host was just very generous.
Okay.
And was just tipping like crazy.
Nice.
So definitely a good look right there. The Delaware State Police are working to identify potential victims associated with an ongoing theft in the Milton area. During the early morning hours of May the 2nd, troopers responded to the Henlopen Memorial Park Cemetery for a reported theft complaint. It was revealed through the investigation that over 100 bronze flower vases had been stolen from the cemetery plot since 2021. Troopers are asking anyone who had a vase purchased or placed a relative there at the Henlopen Memorial Park to please contact 302-703-3322. In Salisbury, a Salisbury man is behind bars after he allegedly assaulted a trooper while resisting arrest on Tuesday evening. At around 9:30 p.m., troopers responded to the 1900 block of Pine Way for a reported male subject being disorderly and assaulting residents in the area. When troopers arrived on scene, they were met by victims and witnesses who reported that 49-year-old Jeffrey Scott was heavily intoxicated and causing physical harm to his family and other residents of the home. With the assistance of other responding troopers, Scott was eventually cuffed, and he has some facial injuries, and a trooper was also injured in this incident. Scott is being held without bond. Yeah. And Snow Hill Council is voting to bring back the Black-Eyed Susan paddle boat. This story has been trending. The Snow Hill Town Council has voted to commit to partial repairs to the stern wheel paddle boat, the Black-Eyed Susan, to continue to vote as a tourist attraction and economic driver for the lower eastern shore. The motion passed by a vote of 2-1 on Tuesday night. So we'll see if they continue to run that vote.
I have a question. When is the Georgetown mayor elections? Is that tomorrow?
What's today? The 13th?
Which is kind of odd to be on a Saturday, but I think it is.
Let me see.
Because the mayor race in Georgetown is heating up. And
Let's see.
the incumbent, who is that? Bill
West.
Bill West is running against Ruth Ann Spicer.
Mm-hmm.
and they did some interviews on our sister station, Maxima. And I've just seen some like
May the 14th.
local city politics going on. Yeah, and that race is heating up. So Georgetown, I encourage you to get out and vote tomorrow for mayor.
Wow, yeah.
I don't live in
tomorrow.
Georgetown, but I have my choice if I did who I would vote for. You better get out and vote. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
Okay, yes.
So we'll know results tomorrow evening.
Do they get it out that quickly?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, especially for this, it is
Yeah.
a hot one.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Definitely encourage
We'll
you
see.
guys
We'll
to
be following
register
that
and get out
story.
and vote. 6:45. It's a Bill and Jessica show. I don't even want to do sports. But yeah, but we
I
can talk about
know.
the Phillies. I'll talk about the Phillies all day because they won.
Man,
But NBA, I don't even want to.
I know.
But we will anyway, I guess.